Hey guys, it's Robert again. Continuing off where we left with the rafters. I'm working on the roofing decking for the shop build. As you can see, I got quite a bit done already. I'm not video documenting every single step, just the major highlights. So, the roof rafters are 2x6. They're 10 foot 10 long, with the fascia board and the overhang on each end. That puts the roof at 11 foot 1, 11 foot 2 inches long overall. It's completely decked in. It's going to be completely decked in 3/4 boards. The most of it's going to be in poplar or aspen, as is most of the shop build. I'm about halfway up so far, and I'm just putting up the next 3 feet now. Because the tree lengths are all kind of random, like the log lengths are all random. A lot of it's 8 foot, but I use a lot of other pieces, 2 foot, 4 foot, 6 foot, and the rafters are in 2 foot intervals. I pre-cut all my pieces before they come up onto the roof, and then I label them for which ones are grouped together and which ones are the end pieces, because the end pieces extend 1.5 inches past the roof rafters. So, using my rigid coil framing nailer with 2 1/4 siding nails for the assembly in bump fire mode, goes pretty quick. Once you're up past the 3 foot mark, you kind of do it all off the roof, and I'll show you how I do it. So I'll just be showing the next 3 feet on camera, and when I see you guys again next, I'll be doing the roofing, which is going to be black 3-tab shingles. Enjoy. As you can see, guys, it doesn't take long at all to nail in your rough boards for your roof. A couple people, I know you're going to comment about the fact I'm using rough boards. There's probably some gaps in between drying of the roof or of the boards prior to use. I'm not stressing about the boards having gaps because the chances of landing a shingle on a gap is pretty slim, and if it does happen, I'll just move my nail up into the shingle a little bit further to hit a board, because the gaps are fairly minimal. I think this gap right here is probably the largest gap, and it's only a half an inch. I can also angle my nails slightly. You don't want to angle them too much for shingles, but just if I feel like I'm not getting anywhere. As for shrinkage of the roof and using rough lumber, everything's nailed down with 2 1/4 spiral nails, and these are 3/4 inch boards. So that's a lot of holding power into the roof trusses underneath. And because the whole building is built out of mostly rough lumber, it will shrink and expand on its own together. And while I did not grow up with the sawmill, I did grow up with a house that was built with rough lumber. My father's house is 99% built with unkiln dried rough lumber. Not quite green, like it wouldn't, not all of it would have been green, but it wasn't kiln dried by any stretch of the imagination. And the roof has remained incredibly flat. It's not like there's not boards randomly cupped up or popped up taking the shingles with it. The roof was entirely done in 1 inch rough lumber boards on a rough lumber frame that's actually a secondary roof. The house was built in multiple pieces, so there's multiple flat pitch roofs, and then this single pitch roof was put over top of it all. And when we stripped it off in 2019, which was about 25 odd years after it was first done, there was no rotten boards, there was no heaving, popped nails, like the odd one which could have even just never been nailed in properly as it was done in the winter. So I'm not, experience tells me using rough lumber in this manner is not an issue. So just for clarification, if anybody's curious. So I think I have about 2 feet left, and that'll be coming mostly out of pine boards, just for expediency. I don't have any rough lumber. I don't have any poplar left in long lengths. I have a ton of short lengths, but I don't want to get into having too many seams, even though it's at the top. So next, after I get the roofing done, the roof decking down, it's synthetic tar paper and a starter strip. I wasn't going to go with a starter strip originally, as it's just a shed, but it will provide some protection for the very edge of the boards, as it does kind of come down over the lip. More so the end grain of the edges of the boards. It also gives me an additional inch of drip edge. More of a concern on the sloped wall than the ends and the top, but it still gives me an additional drip edge. So hope you find the video entertaining. Next clip in the series, I think this is either part 5 or part 6. The next clip in the series will be the roofing, which will be later today. I'll be starting the shingles. So, hope you enjoy, everybody. Thanks.